This is Hack College. It's a heart-shaped box filled with condoms and thumb drives.
Okay, today we'll be talking about Barack Obama's new plan for higher education.
Dad is going to teach you how to fix a leaky dorm room faucet in 10 seconds or less without any tools.
And we're going to talk about this girl who dropped out of college because of her operating system. No joke. Ubuntu.
Ugh. All this and more on this week's Hack College.
Welcome to Hack College. I'm Chris.
And I'm Kelly. This is episode 2 of our 3rd season here.
And it's our first episode being completely sober. How are you feeling? So we're doing this thing
I'm
called
doing all right.
Sobruary. This is
Yeah.
February, soberness.
Yeah.
We're doing sober for the entire month.
Not drinking at all. I'm doing all right. It's kind of like nice to have like the Saturdays and Sundays back and like I can actually do stuff rather than wake up at 4 p.m. and eat breakfast.
Well, stay tuned on Hack College because I'm pretty sure we're going to do like a little bit of a documentary type
Yes.
thing that'll integrate into the show that'll kind of track a few people who are going through this soberness thing and
Yeah.
just you can see actually what it's like, if it's good, bad, what's the deal. I don't know.
Stay tuned for that, and for the time being, let's get into some opposable thumbs.
Yeah. This is Opposable Thumbs. We cover 3 different current event stories, 60 seconds or less. We do a little friendly debate on it. Thumbs up, thumbs to the side, or thumbs down. And we just discuss. Story number 1.
Blackboard unveils its latest version.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs
Okay, Kelly
down.
thinks Blackboard. I do too.
So
actually,
it's called Blackboard 9. A few highlights here. They've got like an integrated Facebook app. They have a like Moodle and Sakai integration. There's plagiarism checking.
Wait,
and,
explain Moodle and Sakai.
So Moodle is an open source version of Blackboard. So
Okay.
kind of interesting that they're doing
Yeah.
that. That's
Yeah.
almost like thumbs to the
That's
side.
why I'm kind of liking this.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it's described as a fresh coat of paint.
So it looks kind of nicer.
Yes.
I thought that the Facebook app is actually pretty interesting. Did you read about that at all?
I tried using it when they first said we have a Facebook app, and it didn't work. So
Well, yeah, they used to have one, but I mean, this one is supposed to be better. One of the interesting things is that professors can put out notifications that go through Facebook. I thought that was really cool.
interesting.
Because notifications usually are just annoying as stupid events on campus.
Yeah.
But now they'll be useful.
Exactly. I just have like a problem fundamentally with Blackboard as far as just like it's a huge like monolithic system that you can never get data out of, so a lot of people get frustrated and you can't
Yeah,
do
it's like
anything
just
with it.
serve your data on your own site, do your own
Exactly.
site.
Story number 2.
Students covering a bigger share of college costs.
Thumbs down.
New York Times bringing you this story. It's called the Delta Project on Post-Secondary Education Costs. And so it was this company that did this big analysis of finances of college from 2000 to 2006. 2002 to 2006.
What did they
Basically,
find?
yeah, so basically what they found was that students are contributing more and more to college, obvious, but that the colleges are contributing less and less of the students' resources to their education and
All
more and
while-
more to administrative costs and
All while
bullshit.
tuition is increasing, and
Yeah.
something that I don't understand is where is all that money going?
It's because universities never lay people off. They just
Never.
keep on packing them on. Just
Yeah.
get like one more guy to look over those forms in financial aid. You know, just
One-
like
one more
one more
gatekeeper.
paper pusher.
Yeah.
Gatekeepers, just keep it going.
Yeah.
Fire people. I want to hear university layoffs before I hear tuition rises.
Yeah.
That's more important to me. Anyway, story number 3.
Obama administration publishes goals for higher education. This is from whitehouse.gov, not .com. Thumbs to the side.
I'm going thumbs up on this.
Okay,
puppy.
so new whitehouse.gov website comes online when Obama got inaugurated, and along with it, whereas goals for higher education. Unfortunately, I think this is why it's thumbs to the side. There are only 2. One is the $4,000 student loans that he published,
Credit,
or he was
yeah.
talking about
Yeah.
during his campaign, and then the second one was just fixing financial aid, which
That second one is so good, though, man.
Yeah.
All right, so basically what this is when you fill out your tax returns, there'll just be a checkbox to
Oh.
apply for FAFSA. So you basically won't have to, because think about how retarded that is. You have to submit all the information on your taxes to apply for the federal
okay.
student aid thing. It's ridiculous to submit the form twice to the government.
I'm going to change that.
So I think that's
there.
like a really, really great thing that they added, you know?
Yeah.
But there's the tax credit. You get $4,000.
That's
Keep your
cool,
eye out
too.
for that, all right?
And now for someone shotgunning a beer.
Oh, hey, kiddo. You know, a leaky faucet is as annoying as your mother after a few glasses of red wine. But it's easy to remedy. It only takes a couple moments, and you don't even need to wrangle up a tool belt. Tie one of those fancy Cub Scout knots, you know, on a strand of thread from the sewing kit your mother sent you. Lasso the thread around the spout of the problem faucet, and the drips will slide down the string without a peep. Call up the maintenance plumber on campus, and they'll be there in no time. Meanwhile, you can get yourself some shut-eye. If you got any questions for Mom or Dad, send them to dadtips@hackcollege.com. See you later, kiddo.
All right, so we were like browsing around the net trying to find stories for opposable thumbs, and we found this little guy, and let's just roll the video.
The word Ubuntu very often, or maybe not at all. It's a type of operating system for your computer similar to Windows.
But it is not Windows, and what works on Windows doesn't always work on Ubuntu. And that's where 27 troubleshooter Dan Casino steps in. Took the case of a young woman who just wanted to take some online classes at MATC.
I'm so glad we could help this woman because she called us specifically because she wanted to be able to go take those courses at MATC, and she bought a new laptop to be able to do that. That's when she called me. She thought her laptop was coming with Windows. Instead, she got that thing called Ubuntu. Pronunciation was the least of her problems.
It has just been a mess, and I regret ordering the computer.
Abby Schubert's life was supposed to start getting easier with this new Dell laptop. But let's be clear, it's not.
The main purpose I bought the computer was to go back to school.
She wanted to enroll in online classes at MATC. That's on hold, and she blames Dell. She bought the $1,100 laptop online, thinking she was getting your standard bread and butter machine.
It defaulted to the Ubuntu operating system.
The next day, she realized what happened and tried to change back to Windows.
The person I was talking to told me everything that Ubuntu would, it was great, and college students loved it, and it was compatible with everything that I needed.
So she took Dell's advice and stuck with it. She quickly learned Ubuntu might look a lot like Windows, but it sure doesn't act like it.
I tried to get on the internet on it, and that did not work, and I found out that Microsoft Word is not compatible.
That's because her Verizon Internet CD won't load on Ubuntu, and Ubuntu comes with OpenOffice and not Word. By the time she found all this out, Dell said it was too late to go back to Windows. And this semester, it's too late to go back to MATC.
Extremely frustrated. I'm sick of it, and I wanted to get back to school, but I need a computer to be able to do that.
Well, that was, of course, before she called 27 News, and we were able to help her. We're still waiting to hear from Dell to what they say about this, but we are going to be able to help Abby get back to school. I called MATC this afternoon. They said no problem. She can enroll in any of their classes with what she's already got installed on her machine. Then I called Verizon about that CD that wasn't working, and they said the CD might not work, but they will still be able to get a tech support crew to her house so she can start using the internet with her current machine. Ubuntu. Pronunciation, she might have to work on that a little bit, but at least she can get back to school and start doing what she wants to do.
What a huge hassle.
Yeah.
Nice you could help her. Thanks, Dan.
This is ridiculous. I don't even know where to start with this video. Gosh, I don't know.
Madison, Wisconsin.
Yeah,
There you
dropping
go,
the
man.
ball. Like you were said, like your parents use Ubuntu.
Yeah,
right?
so basically, I'm in college. I think we're all
Yeah.
pretty tech savvy here
Yeah.
in college. And I am like positive that Ubuntu is probably one of the best operating systems for college students. I don't care who the hell you are. Okay. My parents can handle I've said it a million times. Like I put it on my home computer and my parents are idiots. They used to like my mom used to click on those ads that say like download virusware now, click. And so I put Ubuntu on there because Ubuntu is pretty much like immune to viruses and spyware because there's just so few people use it. And the layout, it just looks exactly like Windows. It feels a lot like Windows.
Yeah.
And there's just like no trade-off. If all you're doing is you're browsing the internet and writing Word documents, like
and like given by like the fact that she said her CD wouldn't work and that Microsoft Word wasn't compatible. I mean, most people who are actually watching this are telling themselves like, well, yeah, no, it's a Linux machine, but it's really weird to feel that like it's 2009, but a lot of people still just don't fundamentally understand how computers operate. Like, the CD does not make you
Connect to
connect
the
to the internet.
Yeah,
Like
what the hell?
CD installs software, which your computer probably has anyway,
Yeah.
to help to put Verizon-like spyware on your computer, and then you can still connect to the internet.
Exactly. Yeah, and I mean, there's a disclaimer that like if you just install Ubuntu on any old computer, it's not gonna necessarily like have the drivers to support everything. But if it's
like if you're like a business student or a bio student, I know they use like a lot of like Windows specific programs, and it's still like that right now. But more and more like open source software is being created that do the exact same things and produce the exact same files and the exact same like formats and stuff like that. So I'm guessing like in the next like 2 or 3 years we'll start seeing like, you know, stuff that'll work on like Macs, Linux boxes, PCs, anything. So I don't even think this girl should even be allowed near a computer.
Why is she taking online classes? Like what the hell?
How did she get online in the first place to take the online class?
Yeah, to enroll in it. So how did she? And then what do you even need? Go to the library. I mean, if you're really that screwed, how could you get that screwed by an operating system? I don't understand that. Oh man, I can't take my college classes. You can also go in person.
Yeah.
You can actually take them if you're really that illiterate.
I think she's trying to avoid something, namely an education.
Oh man.
Anyway, well that's it for Hack College this week. Check us out throughout the week at hackcollege.com for all of your collegiate hackery needs.
Written posts, or you can write us an email. I'm Chris at hackcollege.com. He's Kelly at hackcollege.com. That's right, email. Ever heard of that?
You actually don't need a CD to send an email, believe
No
it or not.
CDs to install. You can do that right on Ubuntu.
Anyway, I'm Kelly.
And I'm Chris. Until next week.
Tell her that if she really loves you, she'd watch Hack College.